So I hope you've enjoyed those of you that were in groups and had the opportunity to just tune in a bit with others and say whatever you would want to say about your retreat experience. Just yeah, hope that was hope you enjoyed doing that. So after a fair bit of talking for most of us, then this afternoon sit's going to be an unled open sit, and we'll have a reading before that. Vajradevi is going to do a reading, but before that I just wanted to take the opportunity to say a few thank yous. Wanted to thank the team who've done a wonderful job and have been very delightful to work with. Very there was a moment in the last, I think it was a team meeting before last, and I just could feel like, oh, this is we've become a team. You know, it can take a little while, and not in the sense that we weren't cooperating before or any of that, but just the feeling in the meeting just felt really lovely. Yes, so I want to thank, I want to start with Manisha, Tejaswini and Dharmapala. So Manisha, I asked pretty much at the last minute, actually, as the numbers went up for the retreat. Manisha was already booked on the retreat, and she's been on retreat with me before, so it seemed, I thought it was worth a punt, actually. I thought it was worth, because I know that sometimes, you know, being on the team means that you do have a different experience of the retreat. But I just thought I'll just go with it. And I was very, very pleased when she said she was happy to be on the team. Tejaswini wasn't booked on the retreat, but she and I have done a number of retreats together, and especially up at her. She has a very, very beautiful place up on the Welsh coastline, the coastline of Anglesey, where sometimes we do retreats. It's a very lovely house. Yeah, so I was also very pleased when she said yes. And then Dharmapala, who was also booked on the retreat anyway, and had been on the team last time, and very generously made it clear that he would just do what was necessary. If it was helpful for him to come on the team, then he was very happy to do that, and very happy to just be on the retreat otherwise. And that sort of flexibility was just lovely, just very helpful. So reviews, each of them led a group before the beginning and end of the retreat, and quite a number of reviews with quite a number of you, and also just were very willing to do readings, mantras, and participate in the team meetings, which altogether makes quite a full day. It makes each retreat day quite full. So yeah, thank you to each of you for, yeah, just the way that you engaged very fully in the retreat, in a supportive and a gracious and fun way. Thank you. And then I want to thank Tejaswini for all the above. I'm not going to say it all over again. Yeah, but to say Tejaswini has also been on retreat teams with me a number of times. Most recently, I think, actually it was the last retreat the last in-person retreat that I did at Dharmakosha in Scotland in March, and which Dharmapala was also on, I think. And Tejaswini was on we worked on the team together, and it's always a delight. And I knew that she had really enjoyed the Ryokan Puja, so I was very, very happy when she agreed to do it on this event. It's no small thing, is it? You lead something and there are, you know, upwards of 70, 80 faces on a small screen. it can be quite daunting. So yeah, I was very grateful for that. And I thought she led it really beautifully, really with a lot of heart. Yeah, yeah. And then I want to thank Mokshika, and also for all the above, for the reviews, the groups, yeah, the reading that you read. But particularly, I think, for the 2 sessions that you led, which I know had a big effect on people. Yeah, they've certainly met people that I've spoken to have mentioned them as being very helpful. Yeah, very sensitive, very experiential, and with a lot of confidence, in very quiet confidence, but in guiding us, taking us somewhere that's very helpful to the practice. So thank you, Teja, Dharani, and Moshka. Yeah, very much. And actually, just to say, Mokshika has also been on has supported a number of retreats that I've been on. I think I mentioned that before, and that I've led. And we've also done a couple of retreats, one with Andrea Feller online recently, which involved getting up very early in the morning to make the first teaching session, because Andrea was in California. The retreat was being led from Sweden, and so for the Swedish Sangha, actually it was okay. I think it was 6:30 in the morning, their first session, but our first session in the UK was 5:30 in the morning, and for Andrea it was something like 9 o'clock at night. So Zoom brings these sort of little intricacies. Yeah, so there was that one, and then the retreat with Sayadaw U Tejaniya in Sweden last summer, which was a joy to be on retreat with you. Emergency hospital visits notwithstanding. Yeah. And lastly, and by no means least, I want to thank Vajradevi, who's sitting in the cabin. Again, for all the above, the groups, the readings, the mantras, all the tech, all the mantras actually have come down in one way or another. I mean, we've been fed them from different sources, but it all comes down to Vajradevi being able to work with the tech, except for the Amoghasiddhi mantra, which was Manisha's tech skills. Yeah, but Vajradevi did a lot of work, as I'm sure you can imagine, before the retreat. He set up very, very good systems from the previous retreat in September, which helped this time around, because up until almost the last minute, when he needed to do stuff from the retreat, he was either lugging tons, and literally tons, of stuff out of the cellar. A massive project to waterproof the basement, to tank the cellar, combined with an 8 or 9 day project. Was meant to the delivery people said it would take a day, and it didn't. So this was a completely separate project in the lounge. So as well as doing all that, he was sending you lovely emails, actually sending really friendly, helpful, always available. I think that's been my sense of Vajradevi personally during this retreat, but actually I've seen his interactions with many of you, if not all of you, as being consistently, very friendly and supportive. The word used in our group was cheerful, yeah. And unflappable, actually, that's another one that I added, just completely unflappable. Whatever tech mini disaster is going on, Vajradevi is unflappable. But I also want to thank him very much for the New Year's Eve evening, which was beautiful. In many ways, very simple, but very fine and beautiful. And I think he's able to sort of bring together, if you like, or bring in the Mahamudra perspective, which I know a lot of people within Triratna, and probably quite a number of you on the retreat are more familiar with perhaps than the approach that I've been offering this week. So I think he's a bit of a translator in that way. He's able to sort of link the two and make connections between the two, which he did in his introducing the figure of Vajrasattva on that evening. So thank you very, very much. Yeah. Okay, so let's sit.
Oh, but hang on, not so fast.
Oh.
Come on. Someone has to stop you.
I've had a lot of thanks. I really, really feel very, very well thanked. Yeah. So.
But we still couldn't let this moment pass without saying thank you very much to you. Thank you very much indeed. I think it's obvious that we've all benefited enormously, and everyone in my group is speaking very highly and very appreciatively of you. The generosity in you offering all this teaching and living on dharana. It's very, very inspiring. So.
It's been a delight. Thank you very much. Yeah. So let's take that sense of gratitude and appreciation for our own minds and bodies, and for the conditions that have led to us being able to come together on the retreat. So we've got just over half an hour, and Vajrapriya is going to lead something from another friend of Bhante's. I've really appreciated. It's just worked out this way that quite a lot of the readings that we have had have been different friends of Bhante's from different times in his life. So this is Lama Shempen Hukam, and it's from her. I don't know if it's a biography or a memoir. It's about, basically she's talking about her life when she first started practicing, and she started when she was very young. But she's talking about right view, so it seemed particularly appropriate to have it now. And then I'll ring the bell at the beginning of the sit and again at the end of the sit.
This is from Keeping the Dalai Lama Waiting by Shimpen Hukam. Seeing the true nature of mind was what I was trying to do, and I needed to cultivate it through mindfulness. I asked Bokha Rinpoche, isn't mindfulness about focusing on the here and now, in our direct experience, moment by moment? He said it was, but that did not mean becoming absorbed in all kinds of experiences. He said that when I had the right view, that I should rest in that, whatever I was doing. I asked, is right view seeing the true nature of mind? Yes, he replied. Look again and again at the mind to see its true nature. For some people, seeing the true nature of mind is a powerful experience of everything dropping away for a while, leaving them in a vast and even scary space of emptiness. For me, it was just momentary glimpses of another way of knowing beyond the thinking process, intriguing yet fleeting. These glimpses were enough to keep me constantly inspired.